One life, one decade, one chance to grow while it still matters. Today is 93, day 93 of completing my 20s. Today I had arm day. Hope you guys enjoyed the pump. I also switched my membership over to a different gym, one a lot closer to my house because the one I was at, I got it for playing basketball so I can do my cardio, but they're getting rid of the courts and it's kind of out the way. So now I will be at this one right next to my house. And the good part about that is I will also be by myself. So hopefully I can focus more. I'm at the local nature preserve in my neighborhood, just enjoying the weather, enjoying the sounds of Mother Nature, like I said the other day. Damn, just got a spider web in my face. But yeah, so figured I'd update you guys on that. I hit arm day there today, so I hope you guys enjoyed that pump as well. And today I wanted to talk about failure. And my whole aspect of this video is it's a metaphor. So they say when you're working out, the last 3 reps that you actually go until failure are the reps that matter the most and will obviously give you the most muscle growth. So you could do 20 reps, but those last 3 are more important than the other 17 reps you just did. So my point is if you're going to do something, go all in. Put 100% effort and go till failure on everything. Upload videos. Like when I was starting my YouTube channel, and I'm still uploading without seeing the craziest growth ever. I see growth, but I haven't seen anything that's just abnormal. I've failed. I still have videos that don't do good views. And at the beginning, I failed in my video creation by just not focusing on quality, not providing any value, and just not having a purpose, just mainly doing it for the content creation part. So I kept doing it, I kept failing, and I failed, and I failed, and I failed. The more times you fail is the closer that you will come to succeeding. So it goes for everything in your life, no matter what you're learning. If you're learning something new, you have to go and you have to try it, because those last 3 times that you fail, or a handful of times you fail, are going to matter most, because those are what's going to provide you with the best possible outcome for succeeding in what you're doing. And I just like this idea in this thought process because it goes over everything in your life, between work, between working out, just between trying new hobbies, in relationships. Sometimes you have to fail in relationships before you usually do. You not necessarily fail, but you have to come to a point, a breaking point, and you have to be able to come out of that. And that's kind of what I mean by this term, doing it till failure, because you're doing it until you're trying. And if you try hard enough and you fail enough times, every single time you're just one step closer to making things work out. And again, I like this because it just covers a very broad aspect of everything that you're doing. It can correlate to literally anything that you're doing in your life. And that's another way that I'm trying to build this community, is provide you guys that will help you with everything and a lot of different things, rather than just correlating things directly to how I can see it. Because I know not everybody might be passionate about the gym like me, or be passionate about starting businesses like me, but I know you guys are out there passionate about something, or there's something in here that is driving you. So I know you can correlate and take these metaphors and hopefully these pieces of advice and information and correlate to your life experience, to what best suits you, and use it to best fit your situation. And sorry, I'm out of breath because I've just been walking and recording. But also, I've had somebody comment about what I eat. So today, when I switched gyms, I did a body scanner. And what it does is it measures your body fat percentage and your muscle mass in different parts of your body. So I'm going to record when I get home. I wanted to talk about that video here out in nature because when I can do that, I like to do that. I'm going to turn around. I thought I was walking in a loop, but I think I'm walking to a different neighborhood. I remember this trail goes pretty far to a different neighborhood. But anyways, I wanted to talk about that back at the house because I'm going to also make dinner and I'm going to go over my diet and what I eat. But I'll tell you guys right now, it's not very specific, and genetics play a huge role in all of this. When you start working out for a few years, a lot of it after that is what genetics can do for you and how much you're really blessed on that side of things, because it's all like waist size. Some people genetically have a wider waist. So you can eat the best diet in the world, but sometimes people just won't have that skinny waist. And just same thing for like traps and like their shoulders, and that's why like bodybuilding is kind of difficult, because once you get to a certain point, it's all genetics, because it's all how your body's shaped rather than strength, like powerlifting and things like that. It's literally how your body looks. So that's one thing I want to talk about, but I will go over what I eat and some other things about my diet. And I'll also show you guys that it's on a piece of paper that shows my body fat percentage and other things like that. So I'll catch you guys back at the house for dinner and going over the diet. Alrighty guys, I am in the kitchen currently and I am about to cook some dinner. Sorry, this thing's crooked. I'm about to cook some dinner, but here is the sheet. So I'm going to upload a picture after I'm done talking of this so you can see, but this is literally done today, and I don't think you'll be able to read it through this screen because it's like see-through, but it says I'm under 5% total body fat percentage, but I'll upload a picture so you can see at the end of this video and actually look through this whole evaluation of me, and it shows you the day, the date, and everything. So that's of today. So I'm 159 pounds, and this is the segment where I'm going to be talking about how and what I eat. So the first thing I want to talk about, let me be right back. The first thing I want to talk about is, yes, I am pretty decently shredded, I would say. Whatever. I got the six pack. My muscles are pretty defined, but I eat ice cream and cookies often. I also eat a lot of steak. So what I'm trying to say, one sec, because I'm gonna cook as I'm talking to you guys. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut open the steak, pat it dry, and season it up. I'm not gonna show it because I'm gonna be talking about my diet. So really, my job requires me being in a van where I'm on the road all day. So I can't really pack food as much. I probably could if I tried hard enough. Maybe got a really nice cooler, but to be honest, I don't. I just I just eat out. So, and really, I try and find pretty good deals because I have to eat out, so I try and save money. But in my mind, for the convenience and the amount of protein, I actually think I get a better deal just eating out, especially if I can find the right deals. So, for breakfast, I have either protein cereal or I have protein pancakes that are microwavable because I like to just wake up and get it out. So I try and and then sometimes I'll even get McGriddles from McDonald's, but I'll get two of those because they're about 20 grams of protein each of the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. And and so for breakfast, I try and get pretty much between 30 and 40 grams of protein in. And then for lunch, I used to try and track it, but it got really difficult because a lot of places I go and eat lunch at don't really always have the nutrition. And I could like guesstimate, but really what I've realized is I pretty much stopped putting as much effort into the eating part as far as tracking it and more based off of how I feel. So like I try and keep myself full a lot of the time. And before it was I was kind of all over the place because of playing basketball and stuff. After my workout, I'd be pretty damn tired and I didn't have time to get a meal in. But now that I'm back here in this gym near my house, I'm going to be focusing more on eating before and hopefully after the gym, or 2 times even after the gym. Because with my work schedule, I should be able to get off and be back at home at like 7. Yeah, it's 7:36 right now, and I could be back home, eat one meal right now, and then eat another one at like 9 or 10 or even 11. So back to my eating part. So that's kind of my daily schedule is when I'm trying to eat. I don't track anything. And I really try to eat a lot of sweets because I do a lot of cardio while I'm playing basketball. And my metabolism is very quick. So I burn fat very quickly and very quickly. It doesn't take much of any cardio for me to just shred all my fat. Not everybody is like that. So what my advice for me isn't going to be correct advice for everybody. If your metabolism is a lot slower, you should be very diligent on what you eat and focus on eating healthier foods but higher quantities of it. Like fruits, you can eat a lot of fruits. Eventually you'll get full. Obviously, you still want to eat your core protein, chicken, steak. Eat lean protein is my advice. If you're trying to gain weight, you want to aim for at least 75% of your body weight pounds in grams of protein. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you want to eat 75 grams of protein at least to at least just maintain it. And so I don't track a lot of it. I just make sure to get 3 good meals in. If not, I try to get 4 in and keep myself full. So if I started tracking my stuff, I probably could be a lot farther maybe in the gym progress. But for me, I'm very healthy. I've only gotten stronger. So that's another important thing for me is like no matter what, as my weight goes up, down, here, there, as long as I'm getting stronger, I never really get upset because I know that I'm seeing progress. And that's really what's more important to me than anything is the strength. And then as long as I continue to look a little better without getting too fat, because that's another thing I don't want to do is like dirty bulk. I want to be lean, gaining muscle. So that's kind of how I, excuse me, sorry. That's kind of how I eat and do my stuff. If I were to recommend you, I would track your protein, make sure to get the right amount of carbs because those are just as important. Try not to eat too much sugar here and there, but you can, obviously treat yourself every now and then. I feel like that's important too. But the key is having a balanced diet of a little bit of everything. So I try to eat a lot of steak. I love steak, so I go to Costco. I keep steaks in the freezer. Salmon is really good, and it's on the cheaper side of things. So I like to also do a lot of salmon. And then obviously do all these with some carbs like rice or sweet potatoes are very healthy for you as well too. So sweet potatoes, rice, mashed potatoes, getting your vegetables and fruits are very important just as much as your steak is and your chicken. And so, get creative with the things that you make. You can make steak Alfredo. A lot of the sides, like mashed potatoes and Alfredo, I don't make from fresh potatoes. It's probably healthier and better, but I don't have the conveniency. This is packaged Alfredo. All you do is mix it with some water and some milk, and it's good to go. And then mashed potatoes, I have powdered mashed potatoes that taste perfectly fine to me, and I mix those with water too, and they're good to go. Catch you guys when dinner's finished.